What is a career strategy? I hear you ask somewhere. What does it mean to be a career strategist? Well, it has several roles. And for me, a career strategy isn't about building a lifelong plan that's going to hold you, that you decide that when you're 22 or even when you're 28, that this is what you're going to do until, you're 67 if you have, based on legal retirement ages. Because I found that having this hard-coded, this is what I'm going to do for forever and a day, made it a lot more difficult for me to pivot. Even though I knew the moves that I was making were the right thing for me, there was still this part of me that felt like I was giving up on a dream. It was, that's not a great idea. Why did you do that? And constantly questioning the decision that ultimately, or the decisions that were ultimately right. A career strategy should basically help you get to the next step. I'd even say and when I say the next step is the next rung on the promotion ladder. Now, it depends on where you sit generationally, whether you're a millennial, Gen Z, what you believe to be a promotion cycle might be slightly different. But let's say, I'm going to put it between the 1 to 3 and the 3 to 5 year bracket. So that's probably 2 jumps, depending on the kind of organization you're in. And it's really thinking about, how do I get there? What do I need to get there? Who is there and who could be a role model? Where can I see points of leverage? What kind of qualifications can I get to expedite the process of me moving up? How can I build and create stretch assignments? How can I get involved? It's really thinking about positioning, network, and qualifications. And how can you build that to get to the next step? And what does that look like? And I'm not talking about it in the perspective of, being a unicorn or all of a sudden being a rising star. I'm talking about it in just a normal, how do I move up this ladder? And how can I build skills? And how can I really create the opportunity or come across people who can help create opportunities to get me to that next step? So if you would like help with any of this, let me know in the comments if you think you would like me to share my PDF and put it in a link tree as to how to build a career strategy. Because if this is something new for you, I think it's one of the most important things to go into the workplace with an anchor, to move through the workplace with an anchor. I think it's important for women especially to be able to navigate the workplace, not from an idealistic perspective, but from a realistic one. What is the landscape right now? Why aren't women getting opportunities? Why aren't Black women getting opportunities that they deserve, are qualified for, have worked hard for? And that takes strategy. Because until more organizations do more to retain Black women, there's not much that's going to change. There's just not that much that's going to change. And when I say specifically Black women, and I'm looking at this from the perspective of gender equity and looking at this from research, when we look at the experiences of women within the workplace, Black women have the worst experiences in the workplace. Gender equality is looking for parity with men. Gender equity is flattening the hierarchy amongst women. So until organizations really take it seriously, the burden falls on us to be able to navigate the system that is not necessarily prepared for our success, but we shouldn't also allow it to hinder our success.